What's up guys, thanks for tuning into the channel. So today we're going to be looking at how to install the rear hatch side trim pieces that are in carbon fiber that you get from Extreme Online Store. It's a really quick and easy how-to. Definitely you can do it at your house, and all you need is a T25 Torx bit. So with that being said, let's get into this video.
So to start, this job is probably one of the easiest mods you can do for the C8. The main essential piece that you're going to need is a T25 Torx bit and screwdriver. That being said, I do recommend having a large towel that you can hang over the area just to prevent some kind of falling screws from getting lost in the abyss of the engine bay, never to be found again. On top of that, I do recommend ceramic coating for these parts as it will help prevent yellowing on the carbon fiber pieces from the elements over time. It's a very quick job, only taking about 10 to 20 minutes to do. If you're interested in these for your C8, they come from Extreme Online Store or EOS, who is sponsoring this video. And I'll have links in the description below for these as well as the tools I used on this job in case you need it. So like I said before, I do highly recommend ceramic coating these parts before installing, and it's what I recommend for any carbon fiber piece to protect from the elements, and my general go-to product is Adam's Graphene Ceramic Coating. I'm not sponsored by them, it's just my choice of coating, but any coating should work just fine. Regardless, if you do decide to ceramic coat, you're going to want to make sure to prep the area either with a prep spray or non-rubbing alcohol works fine too. Since these parts are new, generally you won't have to do any kind of polishing or correction beforehand, which is why it's best to do it now. Make sure that the part is completely dry before moving on to the coating phase. So to apply the coating, you'll want to use an applicator bar and coat in sections of the part to ensure full coverage. You'll want to go in a grid pattern, going from side to side first and then up and down. Let the coating sit for about 30 seconds and then wipe off completely. You'll then want to repeat until the whole part is completely covered. Now in general, I like to coat my parts at least twice to ensure I get full coverage and the coating lasts a decent amount of time. Now getting into the install, you'll essentially need to remove 9 T25 Torx screws from each of the trim panels. This is where you're going to want to lay down a towel or similar along the engine bay to catch any screws that may fall while you're removing. Trust me, you don't want to have to go searching for a lost screw in this bay, so I highly recommend it. Once all the screws are removed, you'll then be able to remove the trim piece. Keep in mind, it may require a slight amount of wiggling before the piece comes loose just because of the seals and such around the edges. After the trim is out, you'll then need to remove the vent grill mesh from the OEM part. There are 3 T25 Torx screws that will need to be removed that hold the piece in place. After which then you'll be ready to place the grill mesh onto the new part and set into place with the 3 screws you just took out earlier. Once that's all done, you can look at placing the new trim piece back onto the C8. Reinstall the trim piece using the T25 bolts from before. This is where I'm going to say it'll help by not fully tightening all the screws at first to make sure all the holes line, as well as to keep the gaps from the trim piece even. Once all the screws are in place and your piece is aligned, you can then tighten down those screws. And with that, you've completed one side and just need to repeat the same process for the other side. And with that, you're done. If you have any questions about this install, please leave it in the comments below.
So like I said, guys, a very easy install. Definitely something you can do from home, and it looks great. So if you're wondering about that center trim piece on the rear hatch, there's going to be another video talking all about that. Not only just the product itself from EOS, but as well as how to install it. So definitely subscribe to the channel and like this video, and keep an eye out for those videos, and we will see you next time.